Welcome to another edition of Sports Overtime. I am your host, Nader Murphic, and man, we are in the mix. Sports Overtime is brought to you by Element Beverage Company. Got a big shout out to Element. Make sure y'all go cop that Element. This is the best lemonade in the city, man. So make sure y'all go cop that Element. Now, I want to introduce my co-host and my brothers, man. First off, we've been missing this dude for the last couple of weeks. He's back now. Our brother Teddy G, what is up?
Whoa, what's up? What's up, baby? Hold on, y'all
Saints
see my
here.
face?
I see
Y'all
you.
want to see my face? Y'all want to see my face, though? Y'all want to see my face? You heard me? Whoa, it's me, Teddy G. We got how many wins? 3. You heard me? Let's get to the bye week. Let's go. Let's roll.
And then, man, we also got our homeboy and our other brother, Mr. Soul Saint. What is up, my brother?
What's happening? What's happening? Saints plus Soul equals Super Bowl.
Man, Soul, listen, Soul got the best background ever.
He got the best background ever, man. That's not a baby grand. That's a real grand piano.
Oh, yeah, bro. I'm going to play a little something for y'all after the show.
All right. That's what's up. So, look, man, again, Sports Overtime is powered by Element, man. Again, make sure y'all go cop y'all some Element. I got them in today, man. We just read up. We got that. We got the tropical pineapple lemonade. We got that pineapple. And we also got that strawberry, man. Strawberry pineapple lemonade. So make sure y'all go cop that. Element is at your local Rouse's stores, man. So y'all show support and go support Element. Now, I'm just happy to be back in the mix with these two guys because, man, we missed Teddy G. And obviously me and Soul Saint been holding it down. But I want to get y'all opinion on what happened this week, man. Obviously, the Saints defeated the Washington football team 33-22. And it was a huge win for us. We needed that win going into the bye. We needed to go into the bye with the momentum. The Saints are now 3-2. So, listen, man, big win, right?
Big win, man.
Oh, yeah.
Big win, man. Hey, look, me and Teddy was over at
Fillmore.
Excuse me. Over there at Harris Casino, man, at the Fillmore. It was awesome, off the chain, man. Y'all got to come to the next one. We will be having another one, but we saw the game, man, on the big HD screen. Felt like I was in a movie theater. It was nice, huh, Ted?
That's how I felt. It was nice. Everybody was in there. They was having their little rum punch. They was having their, craft beer and everything. Shouts out to the Fillmore, a first-class organization. And they love you in there. So I saw your little soul snacks at the bar. You had pretzels. You had everything in there.
Yeah, they had the soul Saint snacks. You know, my menu wasn't that big. My menu wasn't that big, but they had the Soul Saint snacks.
So a big timer, bro. You can't go nowhere. You go in the city with Soul, bro. You an automatic celebrity, bro.
With the big timers, rolling with the big timers.
Big timers, bro. Everybody get your roll on around here.
Everybody get your roll on.
Man, I'm just representing my team, representing my city, man. They got so many people that, everybody should love everybody, man. We got people that's jealous out here. We got people that's, I like I say, I love my team. I love my city. And that's all it's about, man.
That's it.
And my breast cancer charity, all that, them 3 things are the main, they mean a lot to me and my family,
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, obviously in this game, man, we got to talk about it. Jameis Winston, he started off a little sluggish. He had that interception, and then he had that fumble. But, man, overall, he had a good game, y'all. He went 15 for 30. 279 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Listen, man, I'm going to say this. The one thing that impressed me about Jameis Winston in this game is that even after he had the interception and the fumble, he still bounced back. Like, he didn't let that phase him. And he got on the field, and he had to do what he had to do, and he did it. Throwing that touchdown pass to Deontay Harris, getting it to Kamara. He just did an overall good job. And on the interception, we go back and look at it. Andres Pete actually stepped on his foot, so he couldn't really release the ball and get it downfield to Taysom Hill. Now, if you go back and look at that play, if he would have got it to Taysom Hill, it would have been a touchdown. It would have been a long touchdown. Yeah. So I like where Jameis is at right now. He's definitely progressing. He has 12 touchdowns so far to his 3 interceptions. So the ratio is third. Yeah, he's third
in touchdown.
Yeah. Yep. And the thing is, that's what we wanted to see, right? We talked about it all off season. What is the touchdown to interception ratio going to be? So far, so good, 12-3. And I'm very impressed with him, man.
That's the same exact touchdown to interception ratio as Dak Prescott. Mm-hmm. For people who didn't know, Jameis Winston has the highest touchdown to pass ratio in the league right now.
Touchdown to interception ratio.
Interception.
No. Touchdown to pass. Every 10 times he passed the ball, touchdown.
All right.
He's only thrown 120 passes. He's thrown, and he's thrown 12 touchdowns. So most quarterbacks are throwing way more than him. Most quarterbacks are already 300 passes in. He's only thrown the ball 120 times because Sean Payton still has, the kid gloves on Jameis, and he's not allowing him to throw the ball as much as he previously has.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's one thing I wanted to ask you guys, because I know it's been a hot topic on social media, especially after this Washington game when he did have his, mess ups and mishaps. But a lot of people are saying that, you see Sean Payton yelling at Winston on the sideline. And, a lot of people are taking to it that, Sean really never yelled at Drew Brees in the beginning when he came to the Saints, as he's yelling at Jameis and trying to get Jameis. Do you guys feel as though, Jameis is on a short leash with Sean Payton? Or what's your take on that?
Go ahead, man.
What do you say, so?
I'm gonna let my boy answer that first. What's up, Angie?
Jameis is sometimes Jameis, he's an easy target because he's goofy. So Drew Brees was not goofy. You know what I mean? Drew Brees was all locked in, and I think Sean Payton was more aware of Drew Brees' feelings. So, with Jameis, he's not concerned about his feelings. And Sean Payton is like, look, don't do that shit. Oh, can I cut? Look, man, don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, bro. Just throw it away, right? And I think that, with Jameis being the first-year starter, there's a lot riding on it. And I think Sean Payton is calling the game, unlike when he called the game with Drew Brees. 5-6 years in, Sean Payton he wasn't calling plays, he was giving recommendations to Brees. Like, I recommend, but that's it. Drew Brees calling the plays at the line. And so that's one of the reasons why Teddy Bridgewater had success. You name them. Taysom had some success because Sean Payton is calling every single play when it's not Drew Brees. And when Drew Brees is in there, he's calling the play, he's also calling the audible, the kill, mm-hmm. the look for me, setting the protection. And I think that since Jameis Winston is not so adept as Drew Brees was as far as setting the protection, that's why we lost to Carolina. That's another reason why we lost to the Giants, because as far as the ability to set the protection. I heard Cam Newton say one time, Belichick, he expected me to call out the mic. And it sounded like he was complaining about that. And I'm like, I thought every NFL quarterback called out the mic.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Mike, 53.
52 is the mic. 52 is the mic.
He's the 52 is the mic, So, I think that Jameis, of course, he has a good arm. He has a strong arm. But he's going to have to get to the point to where, and what they've been talking about all week is earning the trust of the head coach, and I think that's what Jameis has to do. You got to be able to call out the protections. You got to be able to understand your progressions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Kamara. So, the Giants game, you lost the game because nobody threw the ball to Kamara once. They threw the ball to Kamara this game. Kamara was taking over.
Yeah.
So, I think every game is a learning experience.
Let me comment on Jameis a little bit. We have to understand that Jameis came into the league with higher expectations than Drew Brees did, because this boy won the Heisman Trophy.
Right.
He was a national champion. He was a first-round pick. So people had him expected to do way more than when Drew Brees, man, came in the league, of course. And then he came with a little baggage, the little stuff he did with the crab legs and I think he had a charge with a young lady and everything, bro. Yeah. So you have to understand, bro, when he didn't do well, he did average, but he didn't bring Tampa to the promised land. So he had a big bullseye on his back, and a lot of people, Jameis this, Jameis that, so talking about him. But, if you look at it, I have a stat here, a fun fact for y'all. In their first 5 games in New Orleans, at age 27, Drew Brees had 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Jameis, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Now you do the math.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So were we down on Drew Brees when he had those stats? But we more down on Jameis because he was with the enemy. He's with the Tampa Buccaneers. He did this, he did that. He was in trouble with the law. He a Heisman Trophy. He's a bust, this and that.
Ain't no bust.
Just let that let's just see game after game. Let the dude get comfortable.
Yeah, just let him get better, and I feel like he is getting better game after game. He's getting better. He's getting more comfortable. And you got to also understand this too, man. He's doing this without Teron Armstead, without Eric McCoy blocking for him, and that's huge.
Thank you, Jeremiah.
That's huge, man. That's huge. Once he gets Armstead and McCoy back, that's going to help tremendously, and he's going to be able to get the ball downfield even more. I mean, you look at it, he's been taking deep shots. The one thing that the Saints been missing these last couple of years is a quarterback that can get the ball down the field, and he's been throwing, 55-yard touchdowns, 72-yard touchdowns. He's been throwing he threw a Hail Mary pass to Callaway, touchdown. Beautiful, right? He
put the ball where it was supposed to be. It dropped down right in the middle of the end zone, not the back of the end zone, not at the 5, right in the end zone to give them guys a chance to catch it.
Right. And so with him, I really like how he's progressing. Even Drew Brees came out yesterday and was like, look, it's going to take some time. Y'all be patient. It's going to take some time. He has to get acclimated to Sean's scheme. He has to get acclimated to doing certain things that he wasn't doing in Tampa Bay that he has to do here, and he's getting his rhythm. And I really like what I'm seeing from him, So big shout out to Jameis Winston. He's doing this. He has a 12-3 touchdown to interception ratio. Again, he's without his starting center. He's without Teron Armstead. He's without Mike Thomas. He's without a guy who he trained with all offseason in Traquan Smith. So he's doing his thing. And just imagine, man, this. When you get back Mike Thomas, Traquan Smith, and then you got Mike Thomas, Traquan Smith, right? You got Kenny Stills. You got Callaway. You got Johnson. You got all of these guys with Kamara. It's gonna be like that Green Bay game, man. It's gonna be like nobody could stop us.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at Ron Scherfel. He said it was a prayer, that Hail Mary. Was it a prayer? Was it a prayer when Aaron Rodgers did it? No, they gave him pats on the back. It's the same thing. Aaron Rodgers threw buku Hail Marys. We know what happened with that.
So I will say this though: whenever you do throw a Hail Mary, it is
yeah. But don't down him. He got the ball where it was supposed to be,
right? To
give them a chance to catch it,
right?
Just like Aaron Rodgers did at the end of the game.
And that's the criticism that kind of like is annoying, because it's like if he throws a Hail Mary pass, then they're like, oh, he just threw it up and he said it's God's plan, right? Or if he throws, 12 touchdowns to 3 touchdowns. I mean, 3 interceptions. Then it's like, why he got 3 interceptions? It's like everything that the man does is being criticized for, you know? So again, let him get in rhythm. Let him get this offense under him. Let him get all of his, weapons in, and we're gonna be good, man.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to that comment. It's a real covered into a test. Yeah, for sure. You know,
right before halftime.
My boy Jeremiah.
Yeah, man. But again, the offense looked way better, right? They looked way better in the Washington game than they did against the Giants. And we're 3-2. We're in the bye week, but man, we definitely should be 4-1 right now. That Giants game should have been a win, man. But again, we can't go back. But it's nice to see that they rebounded in a big way on the road. And it seems like the Saints have been playing better on the road than they have been at home lately.
Yeah.
The school of thought, right? When you talk to like real football players or even basketball players, right? There's a term called fear, a healthy level of fear, right? And if the Saints did not lose last week to the Giants, then they probably would have had no fear going into Washington to play the football team.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
They got Taylor Heineke. They got, who they got. We don't know. Every person got is Chase. Yeah, Chase the guy. Yeah, this guy. I said, so when they lost to the Giants, and then you're going on the road, you see Washington was doing rather well. Y'all have the exact same record. The Saints had at least a healthy level of fear. And so the offense was balanced, Ricky. It was balanced because they really were running the ball. And when you play on grass, you had to have a plan to run the ball.
Right. No, it's true. And if you look, and like we said, so when you look back at the Saints when they won the Super Bowl, they were 6th in rushing, So that just shows you that they were balanced.
We barely beat Washington.
That's Sherbert, Ron Sherbert.
But listen, we barely beat Washington. Doesn't matter. In the column, it's a win, man. That's all that matters.
If it's 1 point or 50 points.
That's all that matters. But going back to Jameis Winston, y'all, he is having a career high in quarterback rating at 108.1. 12 to 3 touchdown interception ratio, as we said. He's averaging 2.4 passing touchdowns a game. And he's on pace for 44 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Now, if you told any Saints fan that Jameis is going to throw 44 touchdowns this year and 10 interceptions, would you take that or not? So, again, just give him time. We're going to be all right. And also, too, everybody wants to harp on Winston and his interceptions, when he was with Tampa Bay, the 30 and things like that. But, hey, if you really want to harp on interceptions and you want to talk about 2021, let's talk about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has 6 interceptions right now. He has double Jameis Winston. But you don't see anybody criticizing him as much as they do Winston because Winston has that 1 year where he threw the 30 picks. And that's the reason why.
And correct me if I'm wrong, KC, the Chiefs have lost 3 straight, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Are they going to make the playoffs? See, that's what I'm saying.
No, man, that division is pretty stacked, man. The Chargers are looking really good. The Raiders, we don't know their whole situation with their coach yesterday. But I don't know. We'll see.
Listen. I say, look, Tampa Bay. I don't hate Tampa Bay. Okay, because of defensive coordinator, he's a brother. Mm-hmm. And what I'm telling you is, he totally exposed Kansas City.
Right.
So this year, Kansas City, they have been exposed.
Yeah. So
these crossing routes that they're doing, that Patrick Mahomes is just doing, I said that's why he's throwing all these picks, because they putting robber coverage underneath on these screens and these crossing routes. Not slants, but crossing routes.
In the Bills,
for the tight end. They're getting exposed. The Buccaneers exposed them.
I mean, the Bill, and also too, man, like the Bills exposed them too. This game on Sunday night, man, the Bills took everything away from them. I mean, Tyreek Hill couldn't get in a rhythm. Hardman had a few catches, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire got hurt. So that's going to be a huge loss for them. He's gone for like 3-4 weeks. And just, man, overall, man, Kelsey, they're not getting the ball to Kelsey as much as they usually do. And it's surprising. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, now,
one guy
Buccaneers. Go ahead, go ahead, Teddy G.
The Buccaneers gave everybody the blueprint on how to beat the Chiefs.
I'll tell you one thing. One guy that's given a blueprint of how to play cornerback is Marshawn Lattimore. That boy shut down Terry McLaurin on Sunday. I mean, listen, man. All the man wanted was to get paid, and now he's showing you that when you pay me, I'm going to play up to par. I ain't going to let nobody beat me, and he's been playing really, really good. You got a guy like Terry McLaurin, who just the previous week had 6 catches for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then you come into this game and you just get shut down by Lattimore. He had 8 pass breakups. He was named the Defensive Player of the Week. Like,
he earning his money, man. He earning his money.
Earning his money, bro. He held McLaurin to only 33 yards. 33 yards. That's crazy.
Big. That's big.
Huge, man. That's huge. And that's the confidence that you want going into the playoffs, where you know you're going to face a team like the Rams, who have Cooper Kupp or Robert Woods, or, you know, Tampa Bay with Mike Evans. You know he's going to shut down Mike Evans because Mike Evans is his son. So, you know he's going to shut him down. But it's nice to have that corner that you know whoever's the opposing team's best receiver, he's going to lock him down.
Right. Yeah. Terry, you can name him. You know, Mike Evans is not a good matchup for Lattimore, and that helps in the division. You know, Marshawn also locked down Julio as well, and I think, you know, Julio wanted out of the division because of Lattimore.
What's up, man?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and again, he was playing Julio twice. You know, he was going head to head with him, really winning that battle against him. You know, he's playing these wide receivers like DJ.
Ooh, yes. The punter.
Yeah, give some love to Gilligan.
MVP.
Gilligan's out.
He was the MVP. I kept telling Tyrone Hughes that. At the watch party. I said the punter is the MVP of this game today.
For sure. He pinned the Washington offense inside its own 5-yard line 3 times.
3 times. Like,
he literally helped the Saints win this game because the field advantage was so, you know, swayed towards the Saints, man. It's crazy how a punter can make that big of an impact on a game, and it shows you that all 3 components really help a team win a game, man. Special teams is very important. Very important.
Yep.
You know? So definitely, man, big shout out to punter Blake Gillikin, man. That dude, he's been holding it his own. And funny stat is, the last person that do what he did, you know, pin people in their own 5-yard line 3 times, was guess who?
Tommy Barnhart.
Thomas Morrison.
Yeah, Gilligan got a game ball from Sean Payton.
Yeah, he got a game ball, man. So big shout out to him. Also, big shout out to Paulson Adebo.
With that pick?
Yeah, he bounced back in a major way with a solid game. And listen, man, he's going to have his up and down weeks. We understand that. You know, he's a rookie. But, man, he is not phased at all. And that's one thing that I really love about him, is that he's not phased.
Who y'all think we getting back, man, after this bye? You think we're going to see,
McCoy.
Michael Thomas? You think we're going to see I know your boy's supposed to be back, the one who was suspended, Anyamata.
Yeah, I would say you probably get Anyamata back. You're definitely gonna get Davenport back. Peyton Turner played.
What about Quan Alexander?
That one is a question mark. I don't know.
Right.
Haven't been really saying anything about him.
Nobody's really.
I don't know what he did that elbow.
But I will say this, so linebacker, the rookie, man, Pete Werner, he did his thing, man. He did his thing against Washington. He had 13 tackles. He was all over the field, and it shows you
Zach who?
And it showed you why the Saints spent that pick on him, man. Because Pete Werner is that man. You're right, Cody. He is that man. He was definitely balling out. 13 tackles, man. So to have a rookie with 13 tackles, that's unheard of.
Look, here I go again. I said for Pete Werner to be picked that high, he better be Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, he ain't quite Luke Kuechly yet.
Nah, he ain't there yet.
Not saying he's there yet, but I'm just saying Luke Kuechly would know where the play was going before the play even started. That's Luke Kuechly.
Him and Drew Brees used to have battles.
Luke Kuechly would be like, Luke Kuechly will beat the ball to the plate.
Y'all remember that one play where who was it? I always think about Luke Kuechly when I think about Cam Newton, but y'all remember that one game where like Cam Newton was, I think he was playing Green Bay or something, and the linebacker was like, "Oh, he's going this way, and then Cam was like, "Yeah, I see you watching film, but watch this."
I saw that.
Yeah, that's funny. But I wanna point this out, man. The Saints are, and this is gonna win a lot of games for the Saints this year if they can continue this. The Saints are number 1 in the NFL in the NFL red zone, right? Touchdown scoring percentage. Like, I mean, they're number 1 in scoring touchdowns at 92.9%, 13 touchdowns on 14 possessions.
In the red zone. You're talking about red zone.
Yes. And the Saints are also tied. Listen to this. The Saints are also tied for number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdowns allowed. Right. So on offense, they're number 1 in scoring touchdowns, and on defense, they're tied for number 1 in stopping touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, they have a 35.7% rate, 5 touchdowns. They only gave up 5 touchdowns on 14 possessions. So, listen, if you can do this consistently, you're going to win a lot of games. You're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah, they're going to be all right. But, they had they had a few big plays that they gave up, and those were not in the red zone. So they don't count for red zone touchdowns. Mm-hmm. So you being able to focus when the other team gets into their red zone, it's huge. So if you can just stop the big plays, and I think that, they'll be able to stop the big play that they've given up in Carolina. And Lord, they gave up 3 of them against the Giants, so I mean, those big plays, they kind of just gashed, and the score would have not been, so out of whack if they wouldn't have given up the huge plays, 50 plus yard plays or more. Mm-hmm. You just can't have those.
Definitely.
For real, real talk.
You can't have those type real of plays. Talk. We don't want to go back to the old Saints where we had Corey White and Brandon Brown and those type of Jason David. But listen, they're playing really well on offense. They're playing really well on defense. And again, it was a great game Sunday. Alan saying they had a lot of Saints fans in Washington. I did see a lot of videos of Saints fans hearing Who Dat and going crazy. So big shout out to the Who Dat Nation for showing up in Washington. And man, it's a much needed break.
Hakeem, you making a point. Cam still don't have a sack. Mm-hmm. The D-line isn't getting no pressure. The secondary is playing their ass off because we ain't getting no pressure. Yeah. So it's just all skill back there in the secondary, bro.
And and the thing is, we can't sit there and make the excuse that they're doubling Cam and he's not able to get anything. They've always doubled Cam, so it's not like Cam's getting doubled, but I mean, there's guys like Aaron Donald who get doubled and all the good pass rushers that get doubled, but they're still making plays. I feel as though with Cam, having Davenport back, having Anyamata back, getting Peyton Turner, a little more equipped into the defense, I think they're gonna ball out. They're gonna get sacks. They're gonna be able to get back to what they're used to getting. They are, I think, like 31st in sacks, if I'm not mistaken. So they definitely have to get their sack game up. But I think that's to come, man. You got quarterbacks that they're going up against, like you got Geno Smith coming up in Seattle. That should be a game where the Seattle offensive line has had a history of bad offensive line play. Obviously, the Bucks, they're gonna play Tom Brady Halloween afternoon here in the Superdome. And one thing, I know he's not with us anymore, and he's actually leading the Bengals with 4.5 sacks. But Trey Hendrickson, man, when Trey Hendrickson used to go up against the Bucks, he would always get pressure on that side. I feel as though Davenport can come in if he can stay healthy and get that same type of pressure against the Bucks, because obviously Wirfs is going to be trying to contain Cam Jordan. So you're gonna have to rotate Turner and Davenport to get pressure on Tom Brady. So I think that the sacks are gonna come. I just feel as though the break came at the right time, because when we looked at the schedule when it first came out, so we was like, damn, why is the bye week so early? Why can't we get a late bye? But thank God that we did get the early bye, because we have a lot of injuries, man.
Look, what's the deal on Lutz? Anybody heard anything when Lutz gonna be back? I know some people saying after the bye. I mean, with kicker after kicker, I don't know how we made it this far, but
So you know what I tweeted today? I said, man, the Saints are signing kickers every week like I'm changing defenses in fantasy football.
Yeah.
But the Saints had signed last week Cody Parkey, formerly of the Bears or whatever. But they signed Cody Johnson today. He was on the practice squad.
What's up with all these coders?
Yeah, so they signed him today, and he's
What's up with all these coders?
I know, right? I know. So they signed him today, and so they let go of Cody Parkey and they brought in Johnson. So it looks like Lutz is going to need another week or two to get back after the bye. But listen, man, you want your field goal kicker 100% healthy moving forward, because in the playoffs, you can't be missing no field goals. And as you've seen this past week in the NFL, man, a bunch of kickers miss a bunch of field goals. Mason Crosby.
I know, boy, they was missing them left and right.
Yeah, last night, Blankenship with the Colts. Like, again, man, so you want to have a healthy kicker going into the second half of the season and in the playoffs. So as long
as did you see the game with Mason Crosby? He missed 3 straight field goals, but he did win the game.
He did.
With a field goal. So he made up all that bullshit. But I mean, God damn.
Yeah.
I mean, Mason Crosby.
Yeah. But also too, yeah, I can't even say anything about him because he did miss 5 field. They missed 5 field goals combined. So there's nothing positive to say on that front. Nothing. But at least he redeemed himself and then he made the last kick to win the game. But that was a good game against the Bengals. Really, really good game.
I can tell you what. I said the Bears cannot stand Cody Parkey. He is known as Mr. Doink in Chicago.
What's up, Richie?
Yeah, Richie, we got to talk about a kicker, man. We switching kickers every week, man. We got to let our audience know who we signing.
Rich, you be having the 411, man. When Lutz coming back, bro?
Yeah, when he coming back? Let us know. Let us know, man. But look, in Sunday's game, y'all, Taysom Hill left on a cart with a concussion, and Deontay Harris left the game with a hamstring injury. Obviously, we have a bye week, so obviously Taysom will probably be back by that time. Deontay Harris should be back as well, so it doesn't seem like it's something major. So the bye, again, came at the right time for sure.
I totally agree. And I really do believe that we didn't know what we were going to get out of the Saints this year, especially with the loss of Onyemata, not coming into the season without Michael Thomas. And so actually, I'm pleased. I was downtown when the Giants happened, and I saw people, very upset. And I was like, listen. I said, listen, the Giants were tired of losing, and the Saints were tired of winning. That's all to it. So, ain't nothing to cry about. Got another game next week. It
wasn't as big as a surprise, Teddy, because we always lose to a SAC team every year.
Right.
Always.
We always. It's just in our nature, bro. It's just in our nature to do that. You know, last year we lost to the Eagles. You know, when Jalen Hurts got his first start. So I mean, it happens, man. It happens. We take teams lightly, and when we do that, we lose. So it is what it is, you know. Now, me and So excited about this, man. I'm so amped up. I'm telling you, man. I was telling So before we came on. I'm like, bro, I'm so amped up. The Saints are facing the Seahawks on the road next week on Monday Night Football, and we trying to get Teddy to come. But me and So gonna be out there wilding out, man. We gonna be out there.
Yep, we going against Gino Toretta.
Gino.
Nah, we going against Gino.
Ain't nobody named Gino gonna beat the Saints, man. Y'all go out there and go to the fish market and enjoy yourself. You know, the Saints gonna do work, you know.
Brian, you got that right. Against another bum.
Against another bum QB.
Which bum gonna win, Ron?
Oh, Lord. And look, Teddy was saying, man, I don't know if I want to go because I really want to see Russell Wilson play. And, you know, I want to see him play against us. And I'm like, bro, that's the best time to go. He not playing. That's why I really want to go. Because we really got an opportunity to win the game, man. So,
right.
Teddy beat Russell Wilson.
We beat him last time we played.
Teddy Bridgewater beat Russell Wilson, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater beat Russell Wilson.
That is true.
And Deontay Harris and Alvin Kamara and everybody else. So the Saints have a really good team.
Our defense beat Russell Wilson.
You know.
Yeah.
Defense came through.
Yeah, they definitely did. Yeah, they definitely did. So I'm definitely looking forward to that game. Definitely looking forward to me and
That's
Soul.
right, Rich.
And
Guard Mike will be back in the building.
And listen, man, if anybody in here is watching that is going to the game, let me and Soul know, man. We definitely got to link up with all the Saints fans, man. Take pictures and stuff. So
we're gonna be out there I'm gonna be out there. He's gonna be out there Thursday, and then I'm coming Friday. We're gonna be out there till Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll be out there till Tuesday.
So anybody in Seattle, you know, we're gonna be looking for some stuff to do. I already pulled up a whole bunch of stuff, bro. Yeah, we got to go get they got an indoor track. You know, I like to mess with them carts, bro. They got an indoor track.
One lady,
we're gonna do some everything.
One lady sent me something, and she said that they're doing a party. So, here, I'll post it. I'll just show you. It's a day party. New Orleans Saints and Seahawks, Sunday, October 24th. It's 3 to 9 p.m.
All right, we'll go to that.
Yeah, so she sent
me that. Send me that flyer.
Yeah, I will. But yeah, so this is gonna be popping, and so man, we got a lot of stuff going on, man. I can't wait to go out there for sure, for sure. Now the upcoming schedule, the next 3 games. I always like to look at the next 3 games, but we got at the Seahawks, we got Tampa Bay, Halloween Eve afternoon in the Superdome. I thought that game for some reason was at night, Halloween night, but it's actually at 3:25.
Yeah, it's 3 something. Unless they move it to prime time.
That would be nice. And then we played at home against the Falcons. So that's our next 3 games. All 3 winnable games. You know the Saints are going to come out against Tampa and do, you know, especially after what happened in the playoffs. And in that game, reported by Nick Underhill, they're going to be wearing their color rush jerseys, the white color rush jerseys that game.
What, Seattle?
No, against Tampa Bay, Halloween.
What they wearing in Seattle?
Probably, if I had to guess, I would say white.
Yeah. It'd be nice. They haven't really worn it color rush yet.
Yeah, so they're going to be wearing that, and I think they're going to be wearing it on Thanksgiving too.
Okay. Yeah, they've been rocking the white uniforms this year. They get confident in them all white uniforms.
Yeah, all whites. They ball out. Wear them things as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. They ball out.
So that's that. Now we got to get into around the league because man, they had a lot of stuff going on in the NFL. They got a lot of stuff that happened yesterday, and I want to touch on this subject because I actually, man, it's crazy. I kind of, everybody was going off on me yesterday for no reason. I was just sitting there minding my business. But for everybody that knows the story, you know the story about what happened in March, about my previous tweets when I was 20 years old and what I was tweeting and things like that. Obviously, I'm 34 now. People grow, they mature, they get better. But John Gruden was sending emails to coaches and assistants in Washington, and he basically was calling Roger Goodell a homophobic slur, and he was talking about who is it? Is it Smith? Mark Smith. He was talking about his lips, saying that his lips look like Michelin tires.
Let me read this to you, bro.
Yeah.
Right quick. Let me read this to you. All right. Gruden's messages were sent to Bruce Allen, the former president of the Washington football team, and others while he was working for ESPN as a color analyst. Y'all remember that? Monday Night Football, Sports Network, weekly primetime telecast. Gruden was doing all that. Right. He called Roger Goodell a faggot and a clueless anti-football PUSSY. He said that Goodell should not have pressured Jeff Fisher, then the coach of the Rams, to draft queers, a reference to Michael Sam, a gay player chosen by the team in 2014.
That's it, boy. You better not use that word. Wait, so that's why you can't use that word, because it's one of the alphabet words, LGBTQ. And then they also put a plus on the end. So I'm very careful about what I say. I just want you guys to be aware that Q is one of them letters, LGBTQ. I don't know much, but I know it's one of them letters. All right, continue.
In numerous emails during a 7-year period, ending in early 2018, Gruden criticized Goodell and the league for trying to reduce concussions and said that Eric Reed, a player who had demonstrated during the playing of the national anthem, should be fired in several instances. Gruden used homophobic slur to refer to Goodell and offensive language to describe some NFL owners. I wonder which ones. Coaches and journalists who covered the.
I know it wasn't time.
That's just some of the stuff he was doing.
So, with all of that being said, I want to give my take last. But what do you guys think about him? Obviously, he had to resign yesterday. He resigned. He's not the head coach of the Raiders anymore. But just overall, man, just first off, let's talk about society and what society is now compared to what it was. And then let's also jump into how you guys feel about the situation being two black men on this show.
Well, I'll say this, because I think this is where the conversation is right now. Mm-hmm. The conversation is, okay, and I heard this from numerous different sports outlets. One who's one of my favorite to listen to, Skip and Shannon. Mm-hmm. Also, Stephen A. spoke on it. And here's about the size of it, okay? Oh, it was okay when he was talking about Denora Smith, right? It was just fine when he said he had lips the size of the Michelin Man tires, man. That was fine. That was all right. That's all right. But once you start talking about using that word, talking about the pink team, it's about to get real. And then you got to step down. Now, it's all fun and games till somebody get hurt. So what I'm saying is John Gruden is a tough guy. And I'll tell you, I enjoyed listening to Chucky. He's very entertaining.
Yeah.
Knows his football. Knows his football. But he's a tough guy. He's a tough guy. And I'm going to quote John Gruden, one of my favorite quotes. When I used to coach football and basketball, John Gruden said, everybody on this court, everybody on this field has a dream. Well, I'm not interested in dreams. I'm interested in nightmares. And I want you to be a nightmare for somebody today on this court. I want you to be a nightmare for somebody on this field. Mm-hmm. Okay? Chucky. Yes. So, with all the stuff that's going on, the older generation, and I'm not giving anybody a pass, okay? I'm just giving my opinion, okay? With all this stuff that's going on, like when, who that was, let's not forget, that was Michael Sam that he was talking about. Mm-hmm. That the Los Angeles or St. Louis Rams at the time, they had to draft him because Roger Goodell said it would be good for the league. Mm-hmm. You go ahead and draft Michael Sam. Has Michael Sam ever played a down in the NFL?
Not up to that point. No, not up to
that point. No, he has never played it down in the NFL. He didn't make it. Okay.
Right.
And so now,
Preseason.
correct me if I'm wrong, I think that Chucky has a player on his team that actually came out as an active player.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the Las Vegas Raiders organization sent a letter of support for this player.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but I think the name of the player is called Nassib.
Yeah. Now, let me just say this right quick. Ain't that ironic that the coach who used the calling people faggots and the homophobic slurs have the damn gay player on his team?
He got the one on his team.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean that's the crazy thing about it, and it's because I'll give my take on it because I actually dealt with this situation in March, with the whole, people going back and look at my old tweets and, when I was saying, things when I was at Xavier and, and things like that. But
you went to Xavier?
Yeah, XU, baby.
You went to Xavier?
Yeah, XU all day. But
right, that mean you black.
No, man. But listen, when this y'all crazy. When this came out, man, like everybody was tweeting me and tagging me and subtweeting me and talking mad shit about me on Twitter. Like, oh, John Gruden and Nader should do a show together. And this and that and this and that. Like, look.
Ooh, that's a low blow.
I know. And it's cool. Like, I take the criticism. I deserve the criticism. What I said in the past was wrong. It never came off as something that was hurt. Like, for me, it wasn't coming off when I was tweeting it when I was 20 years old as hurtful. It was coming off as jokes. In New Orleans, we call it Josin. So we always used to be Josin on Twitter. People used to call me, used to say, oh, he's Palestinian. She's shooting rockets or he's blowing up something or whatever the case may be. And, we would always go back and rib each other and just talk mad shit on Twitter. We used to even have a hashtag called Ignorant Saints Twitter back in the day when Twitter first got started. But when this whole situation happened and it came out yesterday, listen, man, there's no way around it. What he said was insensitive. It was wrong. It was wrong. It was wrong. It was insensitive. And, the thing about it, and this is kind of what I took from it. I've actually, since March until now, I've talked to a lot of people, even a lot of black women, right, who would say, Nader, you said this, you said that, and it was wrong at that time. But here's why we're not as upset at you, right? And here's why. You were saying those things at 20 years old, okay? And at that time, right, people were cool with it. Everybody was joking. Everybody was cool with it. Nobody had an issue with it, right? The difference is now I'm 34 years old. I don't say that type of stuff, right? I don't even think that way. I have a wife. I have a child. I have a family. Like, I'm mature and I'm grown, right? But here's the thing. As John Gruden is 51 years old. These emails came out 10 years ago. He was doing this 10 years ago. So you're telling me a white man in the United States at 41 years old is sending emails that have this type of stuff in it. At that point, at 41 years old, you should know what's right and what's wrong. Point blank, period.
Yeah. I can tell you what's right and what's wrong, Nader.
Yeah.
And I can tell you just like this, without offending anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to offend anybody. Okay? All right? White privilege is white. And sometimes one of my best friends, his name is Adam. I'm just going to leave, let's just say his name is Adam. Mm-hmm. And we taught together in school. And he says, we are in here teaching these black kids. We have to check our white privilege at the door. White is right. Okay? You can say whatever you want when you are white. Okay? I am not Dave Chappelle. I'm just telling you what it is. So in those emails, he felt like he was right in saying those things. Mm-hmm. And he felt like he was being funny. He was having his own barbershop comedy special in there. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I thought that the joke that he said about Dumb Morris, and then he spelled his name D-U-M-B, Orris, Dumb Boris, like Dumbo Orris. DeMaurice Smith, that's how he spelled his name. His lips is Jimmy Walker and his lips is Michelin tires. I thought that was hilarious. If it would have came from a black person. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You see? Right. But that's insensitive for a white person to say it, right? Is that fair? Is that fair for that to be true? Is it less hilarious, right? So is it now racist?
Right. And
I don't feel like it's racist. I'm sorry. I don't feel like it's racist.
I'm gonna tell you this. I would like to know if this would have been as big 10 years ago if it would have came out when he first did it as it is now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that, we know how, everything with the black people getting killed by the cops, things like that. Everything is a lot blown up now. All this was happening years ago.
Right.
All this was happening years ago. But, just like we was talking earlier with the statues in New Orleans, some of them statues, I don't even know what they represented.
Right.
But all of a sudden somebody said, hey, look, this is Confederate. That's Confederate. We need to take these down. Nobody was worrying about that shit 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And I'm not saying they shouldn't have been took them down, because maybe they should have, But it just shows
that was a cruel trick.
How things have blown up.
It was a cruel trick by the Confederacy to put those statues up. And there's a documentary about that. Since you talked about that, we have listeners. I'd like to educate them. I said it was a trick. There's also a few time capsules that they put in there with lynchings inside of those statues, like lynchings of, black men. Okay. And they were in a time capsule from a newspaper that was going on in the 1800s. So right after they lost the war, they started building them statues and putting them downtown, putting them here, putting them there. It was a joke. It was, we might have lost the war, but y'all gonna look at this. We're not changing our ways. So the Confederacy said, oh, even though we, and so I think that the Confederate flag and all of those things, a lot of people have a very heavy dose of misunderstanding of like what it actually means when you put that Confederate flag on the back of your truck, or you know what I mean. I said, so I think that the Lee Circle and the there's several statues that came down. I went to a middle school, PGT Beauregard. That school has been changed to Thurgood Marshall. Okay, so yes, times are changing, and it goes with also the population. The demographics are changing. So, if you mix black and brown people together, in 2 years, they're going to outnumber the majority race. And that is very frightening. That is very scary for a few people. If you mix the Palestinian and the black and the Mexicans and you know what I'm saying, and the brown, let's just say black, brown, and yellow. You mix all of them together, they outnumbering majority population in a couple of years. And that's very frightening, especially for a Donald Trump supporter like John Gruden. That's my last final statement on John Gruden, Chucky. That's exactly how Trump supporters talk, okay, about minorities or about anybody that they look down on. They make fun of them. They degrade them.
Right.
And John Gruden, I just want to know how much of that check that you're going to get, 10 years, 100 million, how much are you going to get out of it because you resigned? You weren't fired. You quit from the job. So how much of that money do you keep?
I agree with Soul. I agree with what Soul said. I think for honestly, I think I'm the best person to talk about this because I experienced it. But I just feel as though times are changing, right? As Soul says, the times have changed. Nothing stays the same. So 12 years ago, you had people saying that stuff like it wasn't nothing, and nobody cared. No, like you said, so nobody cared what they were saying. Oh, this or that, or this person is this way, or this person is that way, or he's Palestinian, or he's black, or whatever the case may be. Nobody was really caring about that. Even if you look at songs, right? Look at songs 10, 11, 12 years ago. You had DMX in songs, talking about, the gay community. You had all these rappers like Lil Wayne, and everybody would always say no homo at the end. of their songs or whatever. When they did an interview, they would say no homo, no homo. So the thing about it is, again, everything changes, Now with John Gruden, he was trying to be secretive by sending the emails, right? Sending emails is something that's secretive. And that's why a lot of people are like, well, why, he was trying to hide his racism, right? So that's an issue. That's an issue. But at the same time, just going back to my situation, and this shows you the difference, right? Because a lot of people, and I'm going to be honest with y'all too know me. Y'all like my brothers, right? Y'all know me. We talk all the time. We go hang out. And the thing is, it's when people call you racist, it really hurts. It hurts because that you're not that type of person. Now, John Gruden, he may be that, right? But as far as I'm concerned for myself, yeah, I tweeted some crazy things in the past and we was wilding out and we was kids, young and whatever. And look, I take responsibility for what I did. I take all the humility. I got dragged on Twitter. I did. I got dragged on Twitter. I lost a bunch of followers. People talking mad shit about me. Last night they was talking mad shit about me and I didn't even say anything. But I deserve that. And I know I deserve that. So I can't say anything or do anything about that. But here's the thing. When you call
you think John Gruden is racist, Nader? I don't.
I don't know.
I don't think John Gruden is racist. I don't think he's racist.
Hey, let me say something right quick.
I think he's a narcissist.
Yeah, let me say something right quick.
That he thinks that he's better than everybody he ever has met in his life. I think he's a narcissist, but I don't think he's racist.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I used to think everybody
Right.
has a little racism in them. Because if you remember, you always talk about somebody that's not your race. And then some black people talk about their own race.
Right. Little prejudice, yeah.
Huh?
Little prejudice, yeah.
Exactly. Because I've heard people say, a black man told me, he said, man, I was more scared from my people coming to the ATM, while I'm at this ATM at night, than I was worried about any other race. You know what I'm saying? And when you was younger, you talked about other races. You talked about other people, everybody's got a lip, but I don't think, like you said, I don't think John Gruden, is racist to where he hates black people. He's been around black people all his life.
Right.
He's been around, these young guys coming out, he's been around football, he's had them in his house, he's had them for dinner, stuff like that. So, it's just
But you don't think, because here's the thing. Some people say that he did that just for show, just to show that he isn't.
Say, bro, the dude got big lips though, bro.
Dude, see?
That dude lips is abnormally big. Hey, everybody, can we put a picture of the Norris?
Uh-oh, Teddy. Uh-oh, Teddy.
Oh,
Teddy.
Oh.
I don't think John Gruden is racist.
But I
don't think he's racist, guys.
I want to touch on this because I got you two on here, right? Like I said, man, and I know we touched on this in the first show that we did together, but again, man, when somebody calls you racist and you're not racist, that shit just is wild. It really is. It's like for me, like people would tweet me on Twitter and be like, "Oh, you racist. You used to say homophobic stuff back in the day." The homophobic stuff I used to say back in the day was we used to have Ignorant Saints Twitter where we hate the Atlanta Falcons. And so we used to say Faglanta. That was the thing that we used to say back in the day.
Yeah, man.
12 years ago. And listen to this. So when we used to say that, everybody would be retweeting, commenting, laughing, and whatever the case may be. When all of that stuff happened in March with all the tweets, I went back and looked because I basically took a break off social media, off Twitter. The same people that was going off on me were the same people commenting on the thread, laughing and saying, "Ha ha, that's funny." That that. So again, times change. It do. What I said was wrong, And the thing is, it's like people change, man. Nobody is perfect, Like we said, Teddy G, nobody is perfect. Everybody has their skeletons in their closets. And listen, man. At the end of the day, I'm Palestinian. I'm not a white person. I'm a minority, right? So, for people to say, oh, he's racist and he don't like black people. He don't
Good
like
job, Danny.
this. He don't like that. It's like, come on, man. Like, I love black people. Two of my co-hosts, obviously Soul and Teddy G are my co-hosts. They're obviously black. I had
You black too.
black.
You black too. You black too.
I've had previous co-hosts that have been black.
I'm black Latin.
Like,
I'm like Mike Lowry. I'm black Latin.
And and the thing about it too, y'all, is like I had Saints players texting me when all of that stuff was happening that are my friends, and we're like, man, don't worry about that shit, man. You good. You not. We know you're not like that. They can think what they want, say what they want to say. And the thing is, it's always when somebody sees you moving up to the top, they want to bring you down. So listen, man, I just keep pushing, and I just feel like that's what Gruden's going to end up having to do, is just keep pushing and move on. But again, calling somebody racist, I don't know if he is racist. I don't know if he's not racist. If he is racist, then screw him. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's hilarious.
I mean, that's your opinion, right? And that's coming from a black man. So
I think he's hilarious.
You know,
that's what I think. I think James Gruden.
I mean, hey, let me tell you something, bro. Just like this, I just hate all the stuff that comes out over 10 years, bro, and then people get punished about it. I feel like, I mean, the shit, just like with Bill Cosby, just like with, not saying if they're wrong, they shouldn't be punished. But I mean, come on, you got to have a time limit on this shit. You can't just 100 years from now say, yeah, bro, he did this back in 18 something. So his answer, I mean, shit don't make no sense, bro.
They didn't have emails in the 1800s, but I understand.
Right. They didn't have emails. Now he had proof. The emails are proof because he still got these emails from 10 years ago. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I delete emails. They kept them emails for some reason.
And that's the thing. So, like, people could go back even on social media and look at your old tweets from 10 years ago and try to expose you like they did me, know? So, I mean, it's just, to me, like, and I know it happened to me, so I can't really say it was a good thing or bad thing. But at the same time, man, like, for somebody to take the time out and go look at somebody's tweets from 10 years ago just to expose them, that just shows something is wrong with that person, right?
Not one shade, two shade, three shade, four shade.
And the second thing too, Soul, is like I did an apology video, right? I actually did like 5 of them, but somebody screenshotted my picture from 8 months ago when I did the apology, and they was posting it last night saying that John Gruden is gonna apologize like this tomorrow and had my face in it and stuff. Like, who keeps screenshots of people that are not your friends, that you don't have no affiliation with, in your phone for 8 months just so you can use it whenever? Like, people are weird. Like, come on, man. And for me, so like, all I could do is just laugh because I can't really do anything about it. I've apologized for it.
MJ says a setup.
Yes, it is. It's a setup because they see you moving on up. They want to bring you down. And that's just what happens, man. But again, for me personally, I can't speak for Soul. I can't speak for Teddy G. But I know from my situation and what I went through in March, what I said in the past was wrong. It wasn't funny. At that time, everybody was laughing at it. They was cool with it. They put my tweets out there, and I look like an asshole. And listen, at the end of the day, I apologize. I apologize for it 1,000,000 times. But one thing I do want to say on this show, and let all our viewers know, number one, I'm not racist at all. I love black people. I love white people. I love gay people. I have friends that are gay. I know a lot of people say, oh, you said fag Lanta and this and that. Listen, man, I have friends that are gay that come out and hang out with me. And they come to Vandal. They go here with us. So, and then people are like, oh, he's Palestinian. He don't like Jewish people. Like, bro, yeah, I tweeted some crazy shit when I was young about Jewish people. Palestinians and Jewish people and Israelis have been fighting for over 80 plus years. And if you know the struggle and you know the history of that story, you would know where, how I feel about that situation because I'm Palestinian. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that I hate Jewish people, all Jewish people. I don't teach my son to hate anybody. My son's 5 years old. I don't teach him to hate anybody. We all got to love each other. I actually had a Jewish guy in my car. I was driving, I picked him up, and he was like, where are you from? And I was like, man, I'm from here. I'm from New Orleans. He's like, no, where's your where you originally from? I'm like, Palestine. He's like, man, I'm from Israel, and I'm Jewish. He's like, man, the conversation we've been having in the car, I would never even think he was Palestinian. And I was like, that's because, like, I get along with everybody. he was like, yeah, man, I've been teaching my kids not to hate Palestinians because of what's going on overseas. And I'm like, the same thing. I'm not going to teach my son to grow up to hate Jewish people. You know, yeah, I tweeted some crazy stuff in the past. But again, when you're 20 years old and then you're 34 years old, in 14 years, you mature, you get wiser, you understand things better. And that's what happens. So everybody makes mistakes. I made my mistake. My mistake got blown up to the world. I was trending on Twitter. But at the same time, I'm a good dude, man. Like, I try to do as best as I can. I try to do everything right, the best I can. And that's it.
All right, just to put a bow on this.
I love everybody. I love everybody. You know, I pray for them.
Me too.
Even my enemies, my haters, everybody, bro. I pray for them. You know,
so you got haters, bro. So
there's
you got
a lot
haters?
of people, huh?
You got haters?
Everybody do, bro. Everybody does. You know, and you know it's sad, but you know everybody does. I don't hate on nobody.
Right.
You know, I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to do well. Mm-hmm. You know, but you know, they got a lot of people that I dislike because of the things they do, you know, but I don't hate them. You know, I'm not, you know, and they white, black, they got some black people that, you know, I dislike because of the way they are, you know? So, you know, I mean, you know, it's just a crazy screwed up world, man. And, you know, we're going to deal with a lot. I've learned to ignore a lot of stuff because I was real sensitive. Right. You know, when it comes to a lot of stuff, bro. Like if somebody didn't like me or something like that on Facebook, man, it would really upset me. But now I've gotten to a point where, you know, my spirit, I'm good. Yeah. You know, because you're going to get that.
That's how I feel. Yeah, and that's exactly how I feel, you know, because it's like for me, I'm just a regular dude, you know. Yeah, I got a nice following on Twitter or whatever the case may be, and I tweet about the Saints and do that, but I'm just a regular dude. So for somebody to sit there and put me out there to the world about my old tweets, like you making me feel like I'm a celebrity or I'm the president or whatever the case may be.
All right,
I'm just a regular dude. I'm just a regular dude. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Everything happens for a reason. I think for me, and I never told this to anybody, even to Teddy, I feel like that situation that happened to me in March needed to happen. And the reason why
your life. Everything happened for a reason.
Man.
Yeah, it needed to happen, and here's why. Here's why it needed to happen. It needed to happen because, man, I was so consumed with social media, man. I was so consumed with Twitter. And, man, I got to tweet this. Or, man, I got to say this. Or, man, I got to get this. Or, man, I got to do this. And, like, it would take so much focus off of my family. It would take focus on other stuff that I could be investing in and doing and making money in. And so I was just so focused on social media that God just slapped me and was like, look, wake up. This isn't everything. You know, it's just Twitter. It's just social media. It's not real. And look, get your life together. Get involved with this. Get invested in this. Get invested in this. You know, focus more time on your family. And I feel like for me, I'm glad it happened to me. You know.
You know what? Let me just say this. You know, then we can go back. We don't have to change the name of the show from Sports Overtime to something else. You know, when I deal with sports and we talking on these shows, I try to stay away from religion, racism,
right.
And you know, race, religion, and politics, bro. Because people always got a problem with, you know, whichever one you going for. People that don't like that.
Yeah.
Whoever you like, they not gonna like it. So you know, I try to stay neutral with all that. And hey, I love everybody. We doing sports, you know, and I try to keep it like that, you know, because when you get into that, you find some people that it really bothers them, and they really hate. You know, when you like a certain person, just like, you know, a lot of Trump supporters and stuff like that, you know, people have, you know, I mean, cut them loose and, you know, friendships and everything when they find out, hey, you like Trump, you know, and I have a few super fan friends, man. One, my boy, he's, you know, I don't want to say his name, but me and him are like this. And, you know, he loves Trump. Me and him, but that's him. That's on him. I'm not gonna knock him. I'm not gonna be his friend and say, well, you know, I'm not gonna be your friend because you like Trump. You know, I mean, that's you.
Right.
Politics, I gotta say, bro, I try to stay neutral with that.
Yeah.
You know,
yep.
And you know, race, religion, all that.
Hey. You still could be a good person.
Sports, man.
Yeah,
you still could be a good person if you're a Trump supporter. Let's just put that out there. Somebody I'm very close to is a Trump supporter. I said it's all about the economy. But yes, back to sports. Let me put a bow on why the John Gruden emails came out. It came out because there's a criminal investigation against the WFT, against the Washington football team. So that's how those emails were uncovered.
Right.
650,000 emails they went through, and that's what they found, and that's what they showed. That's what they showed us so far.
That's just one.
Imagine one email.
Imagine the recipient of those emails and what the recipient of those emails was saying
all day.
Right. So again, it's a big investigation. We're gonna see. They're gonna be way more emails come out. There's gonna be way more people be thrown underneath the bus and be called out for their racism. So it's gonna be crazy, man. More to come for sure.
We got NFL news.
Yeah, man. So look, right now there is a new favorite in the AFC, and that is the Buffalo Bills. These guys destroyed the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football, 38-20, and man. They offense just clicking on all cylinders, man. Stephon Diggs, former Saint Emmanuel Sanders catching 2 touchdowns in the game. Their tight end Knox coming out, balling out. They're going to be a hard team to beat, and we play them on Thanksgiving night. That's going to be a game.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a game.
And the Buffalo Bills, man, ain't no joke.
You nervous about that Bills game?
Well, I'll take one game at a time. I'm not even looking at the Bills right now. My sights is this bye getting healthy and that Seattle Seahawks game against Geno. Geno.
Every time you say it, I get amped up.
Yeah, it's a little. Hey, and we like I say, Russell Wilson is a good quarterback. We even talked about him coming to New Orleans. Cantrell was ready. She was throwing out the red carpet.
She was ready, boy.
But she got a little flack behind that too.
TD was ready, boy. She was ready for
it. Yeah, she was ready. Talking about
Sierra,
I can't wait till y'all get here. We gonna party.
She was ready. She was trying to get Sierra to teach her them dance moves, Yeah,
the battery done went dead.
It's all good. But look, man, one game that I was impressed with, and it was a comeback. The Eagles, man. The Eagles came back to beat the Carolina Panthers, and the Panthers have lost 2 in a row. So are they the real deal, or are they a fraud right now?
Who?
The Carolina Panthers.
The Carolina Panthers? Well, they're getting your boy back, man.
McCaffrey.
So, yeah, McCaffrey. So, time will tell. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Time will tell, man. Time will tell.
Now, one team that
look pretty good against us.
Yeah. Now, one team I think that is a contender right now is the Dallas Cowboys, man. These boys have been
they call them the Cow Beaches, and they also call them the Cowgirls.
Cowgirls.
See, look, homophobic. Look, slurs. Look. I mean, we do it all the time, bro.
Listen, man.
We don't mean no harm.
Listen, they continue to dominate. They beat the Giants 44-20. They did something the Saints couldn't do the previous week and beat the Giants.
Right.
Listen, man, Dak is hitting on all cylinders. Amari Cooper's balling. You got, I think it's Gallup coming back. CeeDee Lamb. They balling, man. Zeke is doing his thing.
Yeah. We got some big games coming up, bro. And we've got to focus. We've got Sean's got to do his best play calling. Mm-hmm. Our defense got to step up, and we got to be injury free, man. We got to be healthy, because injuries mean a lot. I'm so happy with all the injuries and the controversy we have had with the storm and all this other stuff with Cantrell with the COVID, not letting all the fans in the dome and stuff like that. That we 3-2 right at this point,
Yeah, I mean, and the thing about it is, I really feel as though just us being 3-2 is not a bad thing. Like, we could be 4-1. Obviously, we should be 4-1, but listen, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And that's the impressive thing about the Saints, Soul, is that they are 3-2 with all of these injuries. So it just shows you that when all of these players come back and they do have a full roster, man, they're gonna be dangerous. They're gonna be very dangerous going into the second half of the season. So we'll see.
Like my boy,
Yeah, definitely. Now, one team that is very dangerous right now, and who is opening that playbook right now, is the Chargers, man. The Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh yeah,
definitely a team to watch this year, man.
To reckon with.
Justin, what's his name? So, what you call him? Justin what? What's his name? So, Justin what?
Justin. Oh Lord, what I call him?
Justin Fields.
Is it Herbert, or A-Bear?
Justin
A-Bear. That's what I call him.
So Justin,
but we know he's Herbert.
Justin Herbert. Yeah.
Yeah, Justin Herbert. I call him A-Bear.
Yeah,
A-Bear just sounds cooler to me, man.
Listen, man, the Chargers won a thrilling game this past week against the Cleveland Browns, 47-42. Austin Eckler went off. And, man, the Chargers are one team to look out for, man, in the AFC, because them boys balling right now. They are balling. Yeah. Another team that's balling since they got their ass whipped by the Saints is the Green Bay Packers. They have been winning games, and that's all that matters. They won this game was nuts. Both kickers had a combined 5 missed field goals in the game.
Yeah, I think Crosby had 3.
Crosby ended up redeeming himself in overtime, winning the game for them. The Packers have won, I think, 3 straight since their ass whipping against the Saints. So they're not looking too bad. And then one of the shockers, I would say, is the Falcons were playing at 8:30 in the morning in London, jumped out to a big lead, and then next thing you know, the Jags came out and they try to come back. They try to come back against them, and boom! Next thing you know, they couldn't hold on, and Atlanta finally sealed the game because it looked like they was gonna come back and beat the Falcons. They ended up losing, and the Falcons won in London. They beat the Jets 27-20. I said the Jags, I mean the Jets. So the Jets lost another game. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, that's Soul's boy. He on his fantasy team. He gonna be out with a knee injury for about 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That 4-1 record you got in fantasy gonna be going down a little bit, my boy.
That's all right. I'm looking good, though. I got a good head start.
All right. Man. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Good head start. I got a good head start. I got GM skills.
All right.
Who that?
Let's go into these game picks in the NFL real quick, and then we'll jump into boxing because I know y'all want to talk about boxing real quick. So let's start with tomorrow's game, man, or Thursday's game. Bucks at Eagles, Thursday night. Who you got?
Tampa Bay. I got Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Easy.
I didn't say Tampa Bay. I said Tampa Bay.
All right.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Right.
Who you got?
I got Tampa Bay too.
I'm gonna go on a limb on this one. I'm gonna go Eagles.
All right, good.
Yep. Dolphins at Jags.
Dolphins.
Man, I'm going with the upset of the week. I think the Jags gonna finally get them a win, man.
Okay.
Get off the snide, they gonna win this game, bro.
All right, I'm gonna go Dolphins. He said I'm going Dolphins. I think Tua is supposed to be back this week, so we'll see what happens with that.
And right.
Well, it's better than Jacoby Brissett, my dude. Packers at Bears.
I'm going with the Pack. I think Mason Crosby got his leg massaged this week. He's gonna be better.
I'm going with Justin Fields.
I knew you was gonna say that.
One of the oldest rivalries here.
Yep.
Packers.
Hey, I think Justin Fields then got 2 or 3 games underneath, and got the jitterbugs out, and I think he gonna play for his life. And I think Aaron Rodgers is not gonna match that intensity. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna look at it as just another game, And I think Justin Fields gonna go out there knowing that this is the biggest game he's ever played in his life so far.
Well, I hope it is a shootout because obviously I have Rodgers and Adams on my fantasy football team.
Well, I've got Mooney.
I need them to do good. Now, Texans at the Colts. And before you answer, how the hell did the Texans give up that lead against the Patriots?
Got 2 words for you. 2 words for you. Lamar Action Jackson. Say y'all. Can y'all repeat after me? Action Jackson.
This dude crazy, bro. Action Jackson. Who you got? Texans at Colts.
So let me hear you say Action Jackson, bro, in your own special way.
Garbage Texans. Action Jackson.
Bro, Lamar Jackson on a whole nother level right now, bro.
Well, we talking about the Texans and the Colts. Who you got? You talking about Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Well, you asked the question. You asked the question, how did the Colts lose? That was my answer.
No, I said, how did the Texans lose to the New England Patriots? They was up like 24 to nothing or 24 to
Oh,
I
my
was
bad.
wondering why we was talking about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, what is he talking about?
I'm just saying, I thought you was asking about the game of the week that I saw that, it was obviously Monday Night Football.
I'm going with the Colts.
The Colts defense looked good, man.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I'm going with the Colts.
That's who you got, Teddy? You going with Colts?
Yeah, I'm going with the Colts. I think that they're a well-coached team, and Carson Wentz is in a place where he can play for a couple years if he stays healthy.
All right. Rams at Giants.
The Rams.
The Giants got hurt a lot in this last game. Saquon Barkley, I believe, is a little banged up. So I'm going to go with Los Angeles as well.
Chiefs at Washington.
Heineke.
Who you got?
They're gonna need you say who at Washington?
Chiefs.
Yeah, they're gonna need a couple of Heinekes to win the game.
They're gonna need a couple of Heinekes.
Chiefs.
Heineke.
I got Chiefs.
Listen, if Jameis was throwing 72-yard passes down the field, can you imagine what Mahomes gonna do to them? Oh my God.
Listen, I just don't see Kansas City Chiefs losing 4 straight games.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
This next game is going to be interesting. Vikings at Panthers.
Let's go Vikings. Doom, 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 doom.
That's who you going with?
All day.
Okay.
Delvin Cook, he was questionable. Now he's he's practicing.
So
it don't matter. If he's out, his twin is in. Madison is a beast.
Yeah.
Look, Kirk Cousins, bro. Why you bulls? Kirk Cousins is cooking right now.
Mm-hmm.
Man, hey, look, they should try to find a way to put Madison and Dalvin Cook on that field, bro, at the same time.
Yeah.
If you run the
that's
ball,
more for the defense to have to, defend against.
If you run the ball against Carolina, you can beat them. And the Saints didn't even try really to run the ball against them. They was going into that game too confident, and they kept dropping back. And Jameis Winston was under duress all day long. So one thing for certain, Minnesota is going to run that ball. The Vikings are going to run the ball and play great defense. I think Sam Darnold is going to put up about 2-3 interceptions that day.
Who you got, Sol?
Vikes.
Me too. I'm going Vikings. Chargers at Ravens.
This is where the Lamar. This is where it stops.
Action Jackson. Where you at, Action Jackson?
I don't know if Action Jackson gonna be able to hang with them Chargers, man. I don't know. Man. Chargers look pretty good.
Okay. So you going with Jared Cook? Okay, I'm going with Action Jackson.
I'm going with the Chargers.
Yeah,
forget Derek Cook.
No, I'm going Chargers too, man. Chargers, that offense is crazy, bro.
You know what? The Baltimore Ravens have been winning winning by the skin of their teeth, bro. Yeah. 66-yard field goals they had to kick to win. Last second heroics by Lamar. I mean, it ain't gonna happen this week.
Okay.
Them boys gonna shut them down.
Yeah, Baltimore is a Super Bowl contender. You guys will find out soon enough.
That don't mean nothing.
Another good game on the schedule: Cardinals at the Cleveland Browns.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
OBJ is back. OBJ is back right in time for Halloween.
Yeah. But I'm going with the Cards. They hot.
Cards. Who you got, Teddy G?
I'm going with baseball play. I always love quarterbacks who used to play baseball. Baker Mayfield played a little baseball, but not as much as Kyler Murray, not as much as Russell Wilson. So I'm going with Kyler Murray, and I am going with, you know what I'm saying, DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna take the upset. I'm going Browns.
And
they're at home.
They're at home. I'm going Browns. And listen, I was in Cleveland 2 weeks ago.
That's right.
Those fans is nuts.
He represent.
They crazy, bro. Raiders at Broncos.
All right, I'm going with Teddy B.
Man, the Raiders having to deal with Gruden gone, man. A lot of controversy up there, man. A lot of people looking at each other saying, damn, man. They got an interim coach coming in. Oh, man. They got a defensive end there. Nah, let me stop.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm going with Teddy. Teddy B.
You was about to say the defensive end of LaFruity? That's what you was about to say? Oh, Lord. That boy Fruity feeling on people booty. That boy be in the huddle too long. That boy be in the pile too long. Boy, you better get your hands off me.
I'm gonna go Broncos as well. Y'all wild, but I'm gonna go Broncos as well. Cowboys at Patriots. Next, look, moving on.
Cowboys. Hey, Belichick ain't got no answer.
I'm going Cowgirls here. I can't believe it, but I'm going Cowgirls.
They're playing too well. I hate them, but I gotta pick them.
Yep, I'm going with the Cowboys too. Sunday night football: Seahawks at Steelers.
Gino, no. Roethlisberger will rise to the occasion in Pittsburgh that night. I'm going with the Steelers.
Yeah,
I'm going with Rotten. I'm going with the Rotten Burger as well.
Okay, we all got Steelers. Monday night football: Bills at Titans.
Ooh. Got Derrick Henry at home. Julio, he out, huh?
No, he gonna play.
He gonna play?
I think this is gonna be an upset.
I'm going the Bills.
Here's why. I feel like the Bills are riding high after beating Kansas City. They might take Tennessee lightly. Tennessee does have a good running game with Henry. They still got Julio. They still have what's the other guy's name? What's the other receiver that they have? AJ Brown. I'm telling you, man.
AJB.
They're not playing bad defense. I think the Titans are gonna get this win at home, man.
Who is?
I'm going with Buffalo, man.
Who is Tennessee's quarterback again?
Yeah,
Tannehill.
They're not gonna have the firepower to deal with Buffalo and what they're gonna do.
Okay.
I think Tennessee is gonna, they're gonna try and bang the rock, but Derrick Henry has not been putting up like the mega numbers that he has been previously.
What's up, Steve?
He does that at the end of the year when teams are tired. Derrick Henry start leaning on you towards the end of the year. Everybody all beat up and bruised. It's still early, so I think it's still being early. I think the Bills get the win here.
Okay. All right. Cool. So let's jump into boxing real quick, and then we'll touch on this Pelicans and Kyrie.
Hey, let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me say this. Let me start off with the boxing, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not from Great Britain. I'm United States. I'm always for the United States. I'm always for the home team, the home fighter. The home box. But hey, let me tell you something, bro. Wilder, forget it, bro. You cannot beat Tyson Fury.
It's a wrap.
Bad built. You can't beat him. He bad built. No muscle at all. A lot of flab, but the boy can box. He's got a chin on him that's made of steel. You know what I'm saying? He's unorthodox. He uses that weight. And I don't care how built you are with that six-pack and all that, bro, and the knockout power. Hey, look. 3 fights, bro. You had 3 fights to prove. Stop with the excuses, bro. First it was the gloves. Now it's a slow count. This and that. I'm tired of hearing it, bro. You got beat. It's over. Let's go fight somebody else. That's it.
Right. Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's over, man. It's time to move on, bro.
You gotta let it go.
Yeah.
There gotta be somebody else he can fight. Gotta be. Go fight Mike Tyson. Go do that.
Let me tell you something about Wilder, bro. He's a warrior. This dude throwing knockout punches and he hurt. Did you see his face?
Yeah.
From the 3rd round, after even when he knocked Fury on the ground, bro, twice, he looked like he was out of it.
Yeah, he was out.
Yeah,
he was out of it. I seen what you sent me today, and I was like, oh my God, he was out of it.
Yeah, man. But like I said, he's a warrior, bro. He's looking for that knockout shot. Whatever his trainer told him to do, he threw that out the window and referred back to his old ways, that one shot. And that's all he was waiting for. That one shot. That one big right.
Yep.
It didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
So,
Didn't happen. Yeah, it is a wrap, man.
Tyson Fury is funny though.
Yeah.
Teddy G probably can imitate him, man. Go ahead, talk like Tyson for me, man. Me girl. Me and me girl.
You talking about this? You talking about this guy? Listen, this is ludicrous. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this shit. I don't. See, you talk about Tyson Fury?
Fury.
Oh, Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Listen, mate. What you don't understand is this guy, he just can't beat me, bro. Okay? So right. I'm going to lay him on the floor, and if he wants to fight again, I am going to cut his bloody throat. Okay? And we're just going to leave him on the bloody floor. We're going to leave him on the bloody floor. Okay?
Thank you.
Good day, mate.
I'm so tired of it. I'm done with it.
He can do any voice impression, bro. This dude is wild.
Yeah, look, there's another excuse, Jared. His suit was too heavy, so it took a lot of energy from him from the second fight.
Like, come on, man.
That's on you, dog. If you want to come out there with a 100-pound suit on, walk into the ring.
Wilder's not in good shape. Wilder can't go the distance in any fight. He can't go past the 6th round.
He's not used to it.
He get tired. He's not in good shape.
Yeah. Condition.
He need to go and train with Mike Tyson for real. He needs to go and train with Mike Tyson. Lord. You guys look.
Big muscles. Big muscles and intimidation don't always win.
Right.
Tyson Fury looked like the one he out of shape, Right. But he can go the distance. He be putting that weight on you the whole fight, and then you get tired and you knock your ass out.
Yep.
Good strategy.
Yep.
Rumble, young man, rumble.
Now, switching it up from boxing, man, to NBA, I want to get y'all take on this because this is a hot topic right now all over. Obviously, the Brooklyn Nets are a team that can contend for a championship this year.
Without Kyrie, too.
They got close last year. Obviously, they lost to the Bucks in the playoffs, and the Bucks ended up winning the championship. But the big topic in this offseason and right now is Kyrie Irving. He doesn't want to get the vaccine. The Brooklyn Nets came out today and said that he will not be able to play any games without having the vaccine. It was said that maybe he could just play road games instead of home games. And so the Brooklyn Nets came out today and said he cannot play any games until he gets vaccinated. What's your stance on it? I know, there's this whole issue with, getting a vaccine and not getting a vaccine, and this person likes it, this person doesn't, or people thinking you're putting chips in your body, whatever the case may be. What's you guys' take on this Kyrie Irving situation?
Man, Kyrie's stupid. Kyrie got $200 million and he can't get a fake vaccination card. You could take yourself down to Manchu. They got him over.
You want the man to be crooked.
Bro, Teddy wants.
Now that he don't you right now.
Teddy, he could pay somebody to say he took the vaccine. The whole hospital.
Look.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I know it's against your religious beliefs.
Look, Teddy, he gonna go to Manchus. He gonna get him a 10-piece with some rice, an element, right, and a vaccine card.
Yeah, you got to get the element.
Oh man, that's funny. I mean, what's y'all take though? You think he has? I mean, obviously it's his body, you know, but he does work for an organization, a company, a team. That's what they want done. It's not like they're paying him $100. They're paying him 20, 30 million a year. So just like, you know, he has the right to put any, you know, what he wants to put in his body. He has the right to do that. The organization has the right to tell him, look, you going to sit your ass down. If you don't want to obey our rules, we're not going to pay you.
Right.
I mean, it goes both ways.
Something ain't right with Kyrie, bro. Something ain't right with Kyrie. You think the world is flat when obviously, clearly, we've been to space for the last 70 years. We have pictures of Earth. Obviously, it's not flat, nigga. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, man? The world is flat.
What are we doing here?
What are we doing? What the hell? Kyrie, the world is flat, bro, for real. Like if somebody sails too far past Lake Pontchartrain, they just gonna fall off a waterfall and fall into like the sunken place. Okay, come on, man, Kyrie, something ain't right. Something ain't right with Uncle Drew. I'm just saying.
Right. So, Teddy, he might need to take that vaccine. Maybe that vaccine will get him right. Maybe get his levels equaled out or something. I don't know.
I can tell you what's gonna happen though. I said the Brooklyn Nets are now talking to their team leader, KD. KD, can we trade Kyrie? Like, would that tick you off? Is you good? We give you some G-Nikes.
But who's gonna want to trade for him though?
For real.
That's the problem.
For real.
That's the issue. Who's gonna want to trade for him?
Hey, if they traded him to the Pelicans, we would play him only, home games, away games.
Why is that though?
Because we garbage. That's why.
I had to set him up so.
We don't have a super team. We got no super team. We got, some young players that I enjoy watching. I like their color scheme. Hold on.
We do have a big two. We got a big two.
We got B.I. We got
that's enough.
Don't get it twisted, folks. Whip ride with my squad.
He a Pelican rapper, dog. This dude love the Pelicans, bro.
I love him, man.
He's sending stuff in the group chat like, I told y'all.
I love my team, man. I love the color scheme, bro. I'm telling you, I love it when Gail Benson puts on that big Pelican brooch. I love it all, man. I like the Pelicans. I like the court. I was sitting courtside the other night.
Yeah,
we won that game. I saw you, Easy. I saw you. So
Trey Murphy went off.
Said boy had 6 3-point. That boy was what? Look, a lot of these teams, they are, creating mini super teams. What the Chicago Bulls have right now is a mini super team, and I'm not even talking about Lonzo. I'm talking about Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Vukovic.
Yeah.
Lonzo is not really doing much, to be honest with you. If you watch the games, Lonzo is not really doing much.
He's not really doing the Pelicans.
Yeah, well,
he had 17 points.
Yeah, he had 17 points.
17 or 19.
Has he ever had 30 before? Have you ever seen Lonzo Ball with 30 points? Come on, let's be real. So,
right.
The thing about it, I think here's the thing. They are a mini super team. The Chicago Bulls are going to make the playoffs, period. And they're gonna wax some teams. What does our team goals and expectations? And I'm talking about the Pelicans. What should those be?
Be right back, y'all.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So what that is bottom line. You got to make it to the play-in. You got to make it to the playoff tournament, and it's all about having the shooting around Zion and being able to get some defensive presence. I am very impressed with Jonas Valanciunas. He is a big man who knows what to do when he gets the ball. Unlike Steven Adams. Steven Adams will get the ball and look so confused on what to do with it. Jonas Valanciunas, he will shoot it, he will pump fake it, he will go around you, he will dunk on you, and he makes his free throws, and he does everything else that a top 5, top 10 center in the league does. The most important trade that the Pelicans made this summer was most certainly the Jonas brother. So what did you see at that game when you went? Besides me sitting courtside.
Well, I saw the rookie did well. I was looking for you. I didn't see you around the third, fourth quarter. I was wondering, where my boy went.
I had to dip out, man. I had to dip out.
I saw that.
Had to dip out.
But I really want to see them play together with the starters. I want to see who the starting 5 is going to be. If the new guy that we picked up for Lonzo is going, I didn't see all those highlights that we showed on the show a couple of weeks ago.
You talking about Deontay Graham?
Yeah, where he was hitting them threes. I didn't see that. I didn't see that explosiveness in that range.
Right.
So maybe they told him to just, kind of get a little chemistry with the team and pass the ball.
That's exactly what he's doing. He just throwing them assists out there. But when BI and Zion come out there, when the attention goes to them, because that's what teams do. They give all the attention to Zion. They give all the attention to BI. And Devontae going to cook at that time. Him and Nikhil Alexander Walker is going to cook. Okay,
You think Walker going to start?
Yes, I do.
At the shooting guard.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to start as the 2 with Devontae. And I think, Kyra going to be the second point guard behind Devontae. And I think Trey Murphy might be the king of that second unit, and then he might take somebody starting get. And he might make.
And don't forget Hart. Don't forget Hart.
Josh, okay.
You're a beast.
All right. So I got to do this. All right. Who do I think is going to be the top 5? I think the starting 5 is going to be Devontae Graham, Nikhil Alexander Walker, Zion, Gip, Big Gip. I call him Big Gip, and Jonas Valanciunas. Big Gip is B.I., Brandon Ingram. He looked like Big Gip from Goody Mall. If you know, you know. The second unit is Kyra, Josh Hart, Trey Murphy, Jackson Hayes, and that's it. Some Zion, because Zion gonna be right back in the game. Ain't gonna be no top 10. It's gonna be top 9.
We do have the little dude Marshall and
Najee. Yeah, Najee is gonna be that guy. Najee Marshall. Yeah.
Hey, don't forget that boy, the Spanish guy. What's his name?
Sadaransky.
No, the one, the big guy down, powerful.
Oh yeah. He's only gonna play when somebody get hurt.
Pretty good.
He's only gonna play when somebody get hurt.
And he plays hard. I forgot his name.
Hard.
What's his
little
name?
clumsy, but he plays hard. Yeah.
Clumsy.
Little clumsy, but he play hard. But he's a dunker. He stays in the dunk spot. I think that they'll be good. But Najee Marshall.
Jackson's still affected by that taser?
Jackson Hayes?
He ain't. So I seen him out 2 weeks ago. I seen him out. He was
thugging. He was out thugging. I saw him. He be out here.
He was actually at Vandal.
He be out here.
All right. He wasn't shaking or nothing, huh? Like smoke, yeah.
Nah, but he look, Roxy from 106 in Park had a party in Vandal upstairs, and he walked up to the door because I was trying to get somebody in and I walked in the door and I seen him. he was with his girl.
How's his girl look?
Shit. You try to get me in trouble on here.
Hey, you could say super thick. You could say super thick. That's acceptable.
All I can do is this. Look. Fuck.
Say, bro. Hey, just answer the question. Was she super thick?
Yeah, she was straight. She was really thick. Yeah.
Thicker than a
super
snicker.
thick.
Yeah,
super thick. She was thicker than a snicker.
Well, he be out. The taser didn't affect him that much. He be out.
But look, I want to let y'all, before we roll out, I want to let y'all know that I had my watch party. Me and Teddy G was there. Nader probably going to come to the next one. November 14th, when we play the Titans. Okay. That's my next watch party over there at the Fillmore. Man, it's a big place. You ain't got to worry about no COVID or nothing like that. You spaced out. We got a big jumbo movie screen to watch the game on. The sound is on point. Man, tell him about it. Teddy, man, got a nice bar. You know, we need to open up on the food list a little bit. They need to give Soul Saint Snacks a little more.
It's very classy. And everybody that walked in there, they felt like they was a part of something special. Yeah. And I was just trying to contribute so I could win a raffle. So at the end of the day, it was very good. Had a lot of fun. It was great.
Hey, I got breaking news by Ryan Scherfel. The Seattle Seahawks just released Trey Flowers. Flowers requested his release from the team.
That's a left tackle. That's a left tackle.
Trey Flowers, cornerback.
Cornerback. Oh man, yeah, we good. We good. We got almost too many cornerbacks because Ken Crawley coming back.
No, that's gonna help us. That's gonna help us. He was a starter, so that's gonna help us when we go there to beat them.
Man, that game gonna be so lit, bro.
So y'all think just pick him up off the waiver wire?
Nah, we good at corner, bro. We good. Because you got to think, the Saints got Marshawn Lattimore, they got a Debo, they got Bradley Roby, who's been playing a little bit more, not as much.
And you got Crawley. You got Crawley coming back.
Yep. You still got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, so they got some DBs, bro. Again, when we talked about this in the offseason, that was one of the
secondary is strong.
Well, but that's the thing. That's the difference. When we first talked about it in the offseason, we didn't know what was going to happen. We were like, man, with the number 2 cornerback position, that's a question mark. We don't know what's going to happen. We need depth. We need, somebody get hurt. Who's going to play? But man, that's a position of strength right now for this team.
I would say so.
Yep.
I would definitely agree with that.
So, man, listen, thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight to Sports Overtime with me, Teddy G, and Soul Saint. We really appreciate y'all tuning in every Tuesday night at 7. Again, man, Sports Overtime is brought to you by Element. Make sure y'all go cop that Element, man. It's at your local Rouse's. Get that strawberry pineapple, and they even got tropical, man. So make sure y'all go cop that. Support Element at your local Rouse's. Yeah, man, good show tonight.
Yes.
We touched on a lot of topics. We touched on a lot of issues that's going on in the world. And it was a good one, man. So for everybody that tuned in, thank you. Y'all can go, if you haven't watched it, or tell a friend to tell a friend so they can go watch it. But
tell a friend, tell an enemy.
You can find us on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter. And hit us up on Facebook.
Yes.
And that's it, man. So until next time, we'll see y'all. Same place, same time. And we out. Who that?
Saints plus soul equals what, fellas?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
That's right.
Whoa.
And we out.
We out, baby.